Hello, and welcome to Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea. I'm Gloria.
And I'm Rosetta over here. Hi, everyone. You're having a great day. We're so happy to have you here. And if you're new, then thank you for joining us. We appreciate you, and we appreciate all the returning subscribers and fans of ours because we really appreciate you. Did I say we appreciate you? Yes, I'm going to say it again. We appreciate you. And don't forget, for new members that want to, or new subscribers or new to this channel, please hit that thumb icon if you like our video, and we would love it if you would subscribe to our channel. Yes, and hit the bell notification. That just helps you to be the first to be notified whenever we have our videos ready for you to view. All right, we're Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea. And what are we drinking today? Today, I'm drinking one that we've had in the past, but Gloria got me this one, and it is Tulsi Sweet Rose. It is by a company called Organic India. And here you have it. And the ingredients are, because we really loved it. Gloria was giving, oh, she has it right there as well. Okay. We didn't plan this. Okay. We're here doing it in different locations. And we really loved it because as soon as you open the packet, you can smell the sweet scent of the rose. And it just smells really sweet and just really like floral, flowery as it's meant to be. And it has Tulsi in it. And it says stress relieving and magical. That I like that word, magical. That's nice.
Yes.
And the ingredients are, what does it say? Organic chamomile, organic Tulsi blend, organic rose petal, organic lemon myrtle, and organic stevia. We know stevia is great substitute for sugar because it comes from the tea leaves, and other ingredients, Egyptian rose flavor, whatever that is. I don't know what Egyptian rose is. Like, we really know what the scent of it is, but it smells great. And I think Gloria's drinking the same thing, as you can see her holding it up.
I am.
Why don't you put your 2 cents into it? What you think?
Well, like you said, it is one of our favorite teas that we've been drinking over the past year and a half. And it is just, when you open it, the smell, the essence is so beautiful. So I think it's really cool that we are both selected the same tea for today.
Same tea for today. See?
Yes. So
great minds think alike.
Yes, they do. So
right.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Hope you're drinking some tea as well. If not, we're drinking on your behalf.
Yes, we are.
And to remind you, all the teas we drink, we put in the description below. So if ever you want to try it, go out and buy it, or whoever you're interested in that we're drinking, you can do that. It's very hot what I have here, but it tastes delicioso.
I love it. I love it because I don't have to put anything in it. I just steep it and drink it.
Yeah.
Love it. So, Ellen is always our girl. She reminds us every show to be kind to one another, to listen to one another. And as she's concluding season 19, I and Rosetta have been checking out some of her shows, and she's doing a lot of flashbacks. And this week she did a flashback of Paris Hilton. And Ellen started in 2003. The flashback was from 2008. And Ellen goes to Paris's home. Now, we know she's Paris Hilton of the Hiltons. Her closet is probably the size of my house. It had to be over 1,000 square feet. It had, it looked like a store, like you were going to go in a store and look at the racks and racks and racks of clothes. It was just too much. And, as we all know, Paris just recently got married, and, now she wants babies, and it's going to be interesting to see, because like I said, that was 2008. I don't know if they're still doing, all of that right now. I'm sure her attention is going to go from her and her closet to her and her family, though. So,
well, I still think that clothes is a big part of Paris Hilton, and coming from the Hiltons, I'm not surprised her closet is that big, because if you have money, She loves clothes. You can be going shopping every day, and wherever you go, you can be buying a little something of this, a little something of that. And with all the new styles and brands, handbags, shoes, accessories, who wouldn't
Yes.
have over 1,000 square foot? Now, I'm
Yeah.
wondering, like, did she mention up like yesterday's show? Did she mention like is her closet as big as that now, or didn't mention it?
Um, she didn't really go into, details about that because she was laughing because her and Ellen got in the car and they were driving in LA and they were at a red light and Ellen goes, "Get out and dance." And so they're on the side of the car
Oh,
and they're
how funny!
dancing.
I'll
And
okay.
she
I'll have
was,
to go back and see that.
yeah, she was just talking about how crazy things were and all the different things that they did. So, I love how Ellen is going out and bringing people back in so that she can say, this is what it looked like, the first time, because some people have been on her show like 20, 30 times.
Yeah.
This is the first time. She did one with Sofia Vergara when she turned 60 and she gave her a scooter. Oh, it was so funny. She goes, "This is your scooter. This is where you put your old people stuff in the
I
basket."
remember that. That was hilarious.
So Ellen's doing lots of, recap, like full circle. So I think the rest of the season is going to be a lot of full circle things.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Yes. Rosetta and I are participating in a fantastic event next weekend.
February
And
the 5th.
yes, February the 5th. Don't forget it, February the 5th. It is a self-love and pampering event. Let Rosetta give you a little bit more of the details.
Yes, if you're all local to the Bay Area, it's going to be in South San Jose in a center called a Healing Place. And
Yes.
it's going to, as Gloria said, it's called Self Love and Pampering. And what we would like is for anyone interested in having a few hours of just working on themselves, being
Yes.
pampered, having a facial, organic mini facial, and then on to having a mini makeover with Gloria's mineral makeups. As you know, we've been talking about over the few years we've been doing this YouTube channel about Gloria's makeup. She makes an all mineral makeup line, and we know exactly what the ingredients are going into it, and we know that mineral makeups actually help with your skin. It helps improve your skin. It helps treat your skin. There's so many things that mineral makeup does that is not just to look good, but it really helps your skin. Because a lot of times I've noticed that a lot of people have skin issues, sensitivity issues, eczema. It's because they're lacking the minerals in their body, in their
Right.
skin. So in order to get their skin back to normalized, balanced pH, we need to put more minerals back into the skin. And we know people also who have sensitive skin need mineral makeup so their skin doesn't flare up. And that actually
Right.
treats as well. And mineral makeups, if you have the right ones, they also act as SPF. So for any
Yeah.
of you out there watching, this event is 10:30, sorry, 10 o'clock, not 10:30,
Right.
10 o'clock. And it's going to be in a healing place. We'll put all the descriptions below. But
Yes.
not only will you have a mini facial, and not only will you have Gloria to help you with your makeup and how to apply it, I'm going to be there talking about, because I'm a health coach, I'm all about preventative health. I'm going to be talking about biomagnetic, interchangeable, healthy jewelry and how you can counteract those harmful EMFs but that are emitted from cell phones and wireless devices and look good. So look good and feel good at the same time. And I'm going to do some show and tell so you can try on the jewelry. And then you will also be able to have some healthy treats and maybe a mimosa or two if you incline to do so. And at the beginning of this event, we will start off with some Reiki and some yoga by a lovely lady who owns this great place, a healing place, Ramona Turner. So if you think this is something that you would like, and at the end, or did I forget at the end? You will get a picture taken of yourself. So you'll have a before picture and an after picture taken of
Yeah.
yourself. So we encourage you, all of you, to come, but we will be very careful because COVID will,
Yeah.
we're asking everyone that wants to join to please be vaccinated. We will
And
ask for
boost it.
proof of vaccination. and we will be social distance. There's only going to be allowed 8 people maximum. So maximum 8 number of people so we can socially distance safely. And the space is very nice and spacious. So it's not an enclosed space, even though it's indoors. And we're going to do everything we can to keep everyone safe. So all that information and how to register is in the link below with the description. So we'd love for you to come, Gloria and myself, along with 3 other lovely women. So that's our event next week, self-pampering and self-love and pampering.
Absolutely. Excellent. So we had started a conversation last year about the CEO of Better.com deciding that it was appropriate to terminate his employees, 900 employees, via Zoom. He just said to the people, if you're on this, if you're in the Zoom, you're terminated. I mean, just so cold-hearted. I couldn't believe it. And Rosetta's like, I'm going to do some checking on this. So what'd you find out?
Yeah, update time. So I did a big research on this topic, and he actually let them go, laid them off right before the holidays. So that was why we were really, really upset.
Yeah.
The CEO, his name is Vishal Garg, and the company Better.com is a mortgage company, right? And
Right.
he laid off 9% of the workforce on Zoom, on a Zoom webinar. And I did some, I wrote down, because I wanted to get this correct, exactly what he had said to the employees. And this is what he said. And Gloria did mention it was more than 900 employees that were called to the Zoom and just laid off. He said, if you're on the call, you're part of the unlucky group that is being laid off. Your employment here is terminated effective immediately. That's what he said. And then he said the reason for his firing was because of efficiency, performance, and productivity. And he accused the employees of stealing from their colleagues and customers by unproductive and working 2 hours a day. So that's the reason why he let them go. And then he said, this is the second time in my career I'm doing this, and I do not want to do this. The last time I did it, I cried. So among the firing, some of them were the diversity, equity, and inclusion recruiting team. And he also sent an email out. And in the email, get this, what he wrote. You are too damn slow. You're a bunch of dumb dolphins. So stop it. Stop it. Stop it right now. You are embarrassing me. That was the email. God. Can you? I was like, what?
My God.
No. This is the email employees are receiving, right? And then after firing the employees, this CEO, Garg, had a video call with the remaining employees that he did not fire. And he said, he warned them their productivity would be watched. Staff said the meeting was harsh and cold.
Of course it was.
This can't get any worse than it did. And it said the company responded and said Garg would be taking time away from the CEO position and they're calling in consultants to address company culture and leadership.
Oh my God.
And then this guy, the CEO Garg, he posted a separate apology saying he failed to show appropriate amount of respect and appreciation for the individuals who were affected. He said, I own the decision to do the layoffs, but in communicating it, I blundered the execution. In doing so, I embarrassed you. So I embarrassed you. What does that mean? You embarrassed yourself,
he embarrassed himself. Yes.
He turned it around and put it on them.
I can't believe, I mean, I understand, cultures are different and, the way people communicate is different. However, that was horrific.
The things he said, it's crazy because they're stealing, they're doing a disservice to themselves and to the customers, and they're only working 2 hours a day. This is 900 people. How does he know this from over 900 people? Every single employee is only working 2 hours a day.
Yeah, but the other thing, the most important thing is if you are working 2 hours a day and you're being productive and doing your job, I mean, don't be looking at what's on the clock. Look at the results. I know people that can work an hour and can knock out 5 hours worth of work. And I know the same work can take another person 10 hours. So, it's like there's no, he was just so unconscious. I can't
Well, I
believe
think
what he
he's
said.
saying, I'm not trying to defend him, but what he was saying was that they're only clocking in 2 hours, but they're being paid for 8 hours.
Right. And I'm sure that has to do with when you get on, like us, when you start your Zoom or when you start your day. However, say, for example, your job is, these are realtors and people in realtor capacity jobs. So say your job is to book people to go out and do work. And what I mean, like say an appraiser. And so say you call the appraiser at 8 o'clock and you don't get them, you call them at 9, you get them at 10. I mean, how would he know the due diligence that's going on to get the work accomplished if he's just arbitrarily going, oh, I see you didn't log on until 10, so I paid you from 8 to 10 for nothing. You don't know what people are
We don't
doing.
even know. And I don't even know how he managed to actually know that these are the 900 employees that he needs to fire. I mean,
Yes.
that's crazy. And that's only 9% of its workforce. That's what they're saying. So the company is
Yeah,
pretty big. I had not
it's
heard of this
huge.
company. It's huge. That's 900 employees is only 9% of the
So that
company.
means he has
Huge.
almost 10,000 employees worldwide.
Yeah. So for him, looking at his perspective, 9% is nothing to him. But
Right.
to the families that were affected and laid off right before the holidays, that's their
It was a
livelihood.
lot. It
That was
was
a
a
lot.
lot.
That was a lot. So that was the update. If you wanted to know more, and it's crazy, but luckily the company is trying to look into the culture and leadership, and hopefully
Yes.
they understand that that's not the way to go. And the CEO did apologize. So moving forward, let's see if he improves or has some kind of coaching that he can move forward and not repeat the same mistakes.
Yeah, I think he needs to go on sabbatical. And a part of the sabbatical, I think they need to help him with culturally, help him with what he's doing, because that it was even, I mean, what I initially shared was one thing. This is even worse. So we're going to hope that all of those employees are going to be good. They're the whoever's going to do the assessment, they may be able to bring some of those people back if they find out they were unjustly terminated. So if we hear anything, we will let you know. If you see anything, please log on and comment below and let us
Yeah,
know.
we'd love to get some inside information because we don't know everything that happened. So we will let you know and you can let us know too.
Absolutely. So there's a couple of really cute young people, Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly. Well, they got engaged, and it's a beautiful emerald sort of pear-shaped ring. Emerald going one way, diamond going the other way. Um, not they're kind of different. So the ring, it slides on very easily, but underneath the band there are thorns. So if she tries to take the ring off, it's supposed to hurt her finger to deter her from doing that. Now I thought that was weird enough, and then I just saw that after they got engaged, to celebrate, they drank each other's blood.
Oh, I heard about that.
Sort of
Yeah.
reminded me of Billy Bob Thornton and
Yes.
what is her name?
Angelina
Beautiful
Jolie.
Angelina Jolie. They used to carry blood vials on their necks. So, I mean, congratulations. You two are very young to be so weird.
I don't know about the ring thing. That I don't know if I'd want to wear that if that was the case. What if I needed to take it off for some reason, like going to the doctor's office or having an x-ray, no jewelry allowed or something?
Exactly. Why would you give someone something that, to me, it came across very controlling? You're going to put a ring on me that I can't take off. I can only take it off. I'm sure if it has the thorns and things, there's probably, say, some people, they'll create a band. And then if you put the band with the ring, then you can easily take it off. But once again, that's very controlling.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm good. So we're going to go from the strange to the bizarre because we're going to talk about The Bachelor.
The Bachelor. All right. So I always start. Why don't you start? Did you watch it? The whole thing?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So
Yes, I did.
you can say your thing on it. Give some
Okay.
feedback, what you thought.
Okay. So I still think the structure of the show, I mean, I like Jesse as a person. I think Jesse is better talking about sports than he is being the host of The Bachelor. So I think they're going to have to work on that part a little bit. The Bachelor himself, I think he's kissing way too much, way too many girls. Cassidy, oh my God, you talk about a cray-cray young lady. And I thought, once they got rid of Cassidy, everything would be good. And then up comes Shania. Shania is really crazy because Shania, she's threatening people. She's calling all the bachelorettes in the house mean girls, and she's the one that's being mean. So, at the conclusion, he said he's going to handle things next week. I can't wait to see how he handles it because you see different scenes of Shania with the girls. So I'm like, okay, so does this mean you're going to send Elizabeth home because you believe Shania over Elizabeth? So, I mean, I just think this season is just off the rails. I don't know what the producers are thinking. If it wasn't for Rosetta, I can tell you now, I wouldn't watch it. I'm just being honest. I wouldn't. If we weren't going to talk about it, I would be so done. Your turn.
All right. Thank you. I have a lot of similar opinions and feedback that Gloria had. Now, because Clayton, he seemed like a really nice guy from the Bachelorette Michelle season. He really came out when they did that group date and he was with the kids and he
Yes.
really showed his true colors and what a nice guy he was. And I thought,
Yes.
okay, I want to start watching The Bachelor. However, that was not the case. I watched the first episode. I thought that was okay. Then I realized that I don't know if this is true or not, but in my opinion, I think he's too desperate. He's kissing the women far too quickly and he's all
Yes.
over them. As soon as they sit down, he's kissing them. He doesn't
And he
even give
rubs
them.
them. You notice he's got his
Yes.
hands on their butts, and I'm like,
Yes,
don't touch me.
yes. He's too overboard with that. And in my opinion, I'm observing this whole picture and I'm thinking, yes, he's ready for a family, but he's just jumping in too quickly to every single woman. Even if he doesn't even know them that well, he's just kissing them. Every time you look, he's like got his mouth stuck to some other woman. And you know what? It's so, have you noticed these past few seasons, there's always a couple of I call them contestants, bachelors or
Yes.
bachelorettes having these quabbles, right?
Yes.
And they're having to deal with it. It started way back with Tasha. I think it started with Tasha, and she's saying, "I know what I want, and I'm not going to stand for it." And she's the one that started just like kicking off people that she didn't,
Right.
because in the past they would keep these nonsense contestants on so that we would have that
Right.
drama. And every time they had the rose ceremony, you'd always say, kick her out, and they would keep her in, right? But
Right.
now they're doing it. I don't know what it is. I think it must be for the ratings. They've come to their senses and they're actually kicking out the bad people and not keeping them in. But I kind of find it a bit formula now. Like
Yeah.
the Bachelor and Bachelorette all over the contestants, kissing them, smooching them. Then there's a couple of people that are causing havoc and then they deal with it and they kick them out. And then, I don't know. I'm just, Clayton, you need to slow down here. I'm getting a bit annoyed with you because you seem like when when have you noticed when he's talking to the women and they're one-on-one, he seems like he's waiting to pounce and kiss them.
Yes. They can barely finish saying what they have to say. Like if someone says, I've gotten a chance to talk to you, yet I haven't gotten a chance to kiss you. I mean, he lunges. It's like, dude,
It's
slow
like
down.
all right. So that's our, feedback of what's been happening. I mean, already Gloria said, even before the show came on, this Bachelorette came on Clayton, he said she was a bit upset because they were showing the final few women that were
Yeah.
selected, all this drama with the final few women. And I'm like, oh yeah, why do you want to watch something like that when you already know? But then I guess we're just watching it just to see what happens week to week and how he gets to those final women. But as the weeks go by, I'm getting a bit annoyed. So I don't know. I'll have to see if I really want to continue watching. I may just end up skipping it on and watching like the last few episodes.
Well, I'm all for that. So we'll see how that goes. So we wanted to give you all I guess we're not sure. So we're going to both kind of just share a little bit with you. Adele posted a tearful message that she was going to have to, cancel her Las Vegas residency. And what she did is she told people that she couldn't get the show together. She said that, there's problems with COVID. It's going through her team, like the singers, the background performers, because this is a production. So she was like, I'm really, really sorry. So she was supposed to hit the stage on Friday, and she ended up canceling on like Wednesday. All these people have spent their money. They booked hotel rooms. People are flying from all over the world. The bottom seats near the stage, $42,000. The what I call them, the nosebleed section up in the very top was $32,000.
What?
I'm like, yes. We'll put a picture of the arena and what the seating looks like. My thing is, I understand Adele is a perfectionist and she wants things done the right way. However, it would have been better if you were having problems, concerns, if COVID's going through. Maybe you could have done this a week in advance so people could have canceled and got their money back.
Yeah, well, as Gloria said, that's the story that she paints to everyone. I have
Right.
a different story that I heard, and I'm going to read it because it's an article that I saw, and it shows a picture of Adele next to her boyfriend. Okay, we all know she has a boyfriend, right? And
Right.
I'm going to read to you some of the things that I have heard, and this is news to me. It says sources told, so this is this article that I'm reading is called Page Six. Sources told Page Six as a singer was shouting and sobbing on the phone to Rich Paul, her sports agent boyfriend of 6 months during rehearsals. And then it goes on to saying that Adele's been crying and couldn't get through a single full rehearsal for the past month. And this was from a source that was linked to the management team at Caesar's Palace. That's what they said. And she was consistently on the phone with her boyfriend, loudly shouting and sobbing. So this was just a one-off phone call. It's been consistent. And then it
Wow.
says she has barely rehearsed because she is constantly in the middle of an emotional shout out. So that's what it
Wow.
says. And it says the Vegas-based journalist, there's a journalist who's Vegas-based, from Caesars.org, who broke the news of the star's residency, told Page Six that Vegas insiders are now worried that Adele will cancel the concert for good. There are
Wow.
rumblings that there are stresses related to Adele's relationship. I'm told that these stresses caused her to be in an emotional place where she was just not confident enough to move forward. You can't force it if you're not where you want to be in your head. So
That's right. Wow. Wow. Now I wish Oprah was still doing her stuff, because we need Oprah to go in and have a conversation and tell us what's going on. Because as we know, when Adele was doing a song, I think it was the Oscars, and it was a tribute song, and she made the band stop because they started, and where she was supposed to be and where the orchestra was supposed to be was not syncing up. So I know she's a perfectionist. However, if you're in a relationship with a man and he's causing you this much drama this early, you just spent $50+ million on a house in Los Angeles, girlfriend, you are Adele. You are Adele. You need to say, you know what, dude, I might love you, but I am not going to let you break me down. Don't do that. Girlfriend,
Well,
don't do that.
I agree with you there, but on the flip side, we don't know who's causing all this drama. It could be Adele, could be a drama queen.
That's true. But my point is, it's like you should know way ahead what's going on. I
Right.
mean, I'm just sad for the people that all that money. That's a lot of money. Well,
People
number
are
one,
already in
I don't
Vegas because
care.
people come in a week in advance and they spend time and do stuff and
Yes,
gamble and eat and drink and see other shows. And they're there
yes,
to, and if you have that much money to be spending, several hundred thousand, whatever it is, what did you say,
yes,
42,000 on a ticket? You're not
yes.
going to just be going there for one day.
No, I mean,
So,
now they said, I think she's at Caesars.
yes.
They are actually going to, refund tickets and all that. And if you had a hotel room, they'll anything affiliated with the venue. If you were staying at the hotel and doing everything there, you'll get your money back. But if you were at, Rio,
Venetian.
the Venetian, anything like that, you're just SOL.
Yeah.
They're not going to give you your money back.
Well, they'll give you back the money for the ticket, but not for the hotel stay. So
Exactly.
I guess you can go there and have a good time in Vegas, but you just won't see Adele.
Yeah. So as far as we know, it is canceled. She didn't say it would, we're gonna, push it out a week or two or a month. It said canceled. So when we hear something, you'll hear something because we'll share.
Or if you hear something, you tell us.
Yes, because we
We want
love
to
it when you
know.
tell us.
That's crazy, crazy. She seems like a bit of emotional woman, so we'll have to
Yeah.
stay tuned on her story.
I
I'm quite interested in finding out what happens.
Yeah, I am too, because I remember when she did a concert in New York, and I mean, flawless, beautiful. And she walked off stage, and there was a woman standing there, and she started, I mean, sobbing, and she was like, oh my God, I'm so happy this is over. I didn't think I could do it. And I thought, if Adele doesn't think she can deliver, my God, everybody must have butterflies before they take the stage. So,
Yeah.
as we know, you will know. And so, we always like to try and give you a little update on COVID as it's currently the status of today, because it's always changing. Right now, we have the Omicron subvariant is BA period 2, BA.2. So, I don't know. Every day, I don't know. We get new information. I just learned, while we were doing our chat, I got a little alert on my phone, and it says, latest update. If you've got your shots and your booster, you can, and you're only in the presence and around people that are the same, 100%. No, some people doing different things, 100%. You can lose the mask. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to lose my mask for a while. My
That's in
husband
San
just said,
Francisco, right? They said that they're going to start doing that in San
yeah,
Francisco.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't think so. I mean, not that for me, too many people are lying. I'm just going to put it to you. Too many people are saying, oh, I'm good. I've been immunized. So when people say that, I go, does that mean vaccine or does that mean holistic? What does that mean? I ask because before I always thought it meant, I've been immunized. I got my shots. That's not what that means.
Immunization is not the same as vaccine.
Vaccination. Mm-hmm.
Yes, not the same thing. And we know that 3 weeks ago, they said that an NFL fan wanted to really go and see a game, Buffalo's game, and they produced fake COVID cards and they
Mm-hmm.
got found out. And that's a hefty fine. And they said maybe up to 7 years in prison because that's a government issued document.
Yeah. And you are risking other people's lives.
Yeah.
So one of the other things that I heard, Sarah Palin, she was the ex-governor of Alaska, and ex-vice presidential candidate with John McCain. You know, in my heart, I believe if John McCain had selected a different running mate, he would have been president.
Yes.
Because I really like John McCain a lot. And because, you know, he did what was right. He wasn't I'm a Republican and I don't care if you die, I'm a Republican. No, he was for what's right. So that's why I think he would have been a good president. So Sarah Palin went to a restaurant in New York. It's called Elio's. And she went in and she ate inside the restaurant, knowing that she had COVID. She didn't tell anyone. She just went inside, ate dinner. Then I guess somehow she had to take a test, and they found out that she was positive for COVID. So 2 days after she had already gone there, she brought a group of people back. And the staff actually insisted that she sit outside. If I owned Elio's and you came in knowing you were positive with COVID and ate around my staff, you couldn't come back.
Yeah, so she was actually, because I know New York are asking for COVID cards, right? Or
Right,
proof that you've been she has not been vaccinated, right?
right.
So she went there knowing that, and they allowed her in for somehow, I don't know how she got in to begin with.
Privilege. She's Sarah Palin, privilege.
Yeah, so that's the one right there, the mistake they made.
Yeah. And well, they made it twice because they made the one. And then the second one, you know, it evolves to, okay, so I'm just trying to put myself in that mindset. So I got in, let's go back. The food is great. The service is great. What about the possibility that you're a walking death sentence to some people who could have a compromised immune system? What if Elio's has children in the restaurant that are the age 5 and younger?
Well, she doesn't care. That's why she went. Had she cared, this would not even be in the news today.
I
That's
know.
my thinking.
It's just sad. So sad.
Yeah.
So we're not going to talk about her anymore. You know, I think if I was the governor of New York, I'd have a conversation with her. She'd be on the first thing smoking out of town. You're done. Not my town. Not my town. So Rosetta and I are constantly hearing of, you know, people making their transition, you know, to the other side, to the other plane that are passing. And, you know, we all love Betty White, and she almost made her 100th birthday. So in celebration of the actual day, they did a hashtag Betty White challenge. And just like that, the Los Angeles Zoo just as one, because her, you know, Betty White loved babies. She loved animals, pets. The Los Angeles Zoo received over $100,000 in donations on that day. And there are all types of other entities like that all over the country and the world where people wanted to honor and support Betty. So even though she's not with us, she's still being honored. So I thought that was really beautiful. We lost Meatloaf. He was 74. And then Louis Anderson is a comedian, and Louis Anderson had been battling cancer, and he lost his battle with cancer. And all of these individuals, you know, while their loss are sad, they had the opportunity to live a good life. Now, I love Regina King. I think Regina King is brilliant. She started out as a young girl, and now she's a producer, director, you know, I'm trying to think, they don't call themselves actresses anymore, actor. And she had a 26-year-old son, the love of her life. And he unfortunately committed suicide shortly after his 26th birthday. It is just such a very, very sad, sad, sad time for the King family. I can only imagine what she's going through.
Wow.
I mean, it's just really, really sad.
Yeah, that brings chills to my body, knowing that her son is so young, 26. Yeah. And what Oh gosh, it's so sad to know that there must have been something that made him so sad that he took his own life.
Yeah. Something that he didn't feel comfortable talking to his mom or his dad. You know, he like you and I know, he followed in kind of in their footstep. He wanted to do, directing and producing and, so he's in that industry. And for me, I just think that some people are just not handling this isolation due to COVID very well. People are missing human touch. People are tired of talking on their cell phones. I can't think of his name right now. He's a singer and he's got red hair. I think his name is Ed Sheeran.
Oh yes, Ed Sheeran from UK.
Yeah, put down his cell phone. He said, I'm done. So what he does now is, because he wants authentic connections, he sends people emails. When he gave up the phone, he gave up the Facebook, the Instagram, all of that, because he says it's just too much. And when I hear about a young man of 26, I think, how can we be more aware of what's going on? Because if he is, he's got a great mom, great dad, all the money he could ever need, great connections to have the career that he wants. What about the quiet lost souls who feel like they have nobody?
Yeah. I had to I'm like lost in thought here because I'm thinking about that. That's really deep, like to go there and think about that. I mean, as you said, that was her love of her life, and I'm pretty sure that she thought that she had a good relationship with him.
Yeah,
And obviously something festered inside him enough that he committed. That's sad time. And I
yeah,
feel, positive thoughts are going out to you and your family, and
yeah,
rest in peace, because I don't know. I'm just hoping that you're happier now, and it's never a good way to end your life, to take your own life, really. But
absolutely.
but some people just feel there's no way out, and that's the only
Yeah,
way to do it. It's
yeah,
sad.
very
Yeah.
sad. So we also wanted to share with you that, if you know of someone, or you notice something different about someone, just make sure that they're aware. There is the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline number that they can call 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. That phone number is 1-800-273-8255. 1-800-273-8255. So our
We'll put
thoughts and
that
prayers.
below in the description as well.
Excellent. We will make sure that it's there. So our dear sweet Wendy Williams is still, taking care of herself and healing. Wendy,
How you
how you
doing?
doing?
I hope you're doing well. I really do. We ask you
Yes,
this every week. We're just wondering.
yeah, we miss you. I miss your essence. I miss your spunkiness. And I'm very excited that as of Monday, Sherry Shepherd was back. I don't know how long she's back for. I love Sherry. I think she's just so conscious and so graceful in her delivery of your show. When I watch Sherry, it's almost like I'm watching a smaller, younger, different version of you,
And she's
because
funny as well.
she's funny. And and she's like Wendy, because Wendy would say something and she'd go, oh, like I'm lying. Sherry has that same little spunkiness to her. So
Right.
we miss you, but you continue to take care of yourself. That's priority.
Yep.
So we are on our way, headed towards the Super Bowl. There was some great football games last weekend. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
my husband was pacing. He was just so excited, and he had surgery on Wednesday, so he won't be pacing Sunday. He's going to be sitting with. He had knee surgery, so he's going to be sitting with his knee up, probably a little ice pack on it, just kind of taking it easy. So Sunday, the Cincinnati Bengals are going to play the Kansas City Chiefs, and our beloved San Francisco
Yes.
49ers are going to play the Los Angeles Rams. And it's going to be the result of those two teams. We will be headed to the Super Bowl.
And they're playing, 49ers are playing the Rams at the Rams Stadium,
That's right.
right?
And the Super Bowl this year is at the Ram Stadium.
So if they win, they might as well just stay there and not even go
that's
home.
right. That's right. I mean, they're like, we're here. It's only 2 weeks. We should just stay here and practice, get our families down here. So there was a little bit of a controversy because the ticket availability, you had to have a Los Angeles residency address in order to buy the tickets.
Yes.
And that got out. And then, people were so upset. So they're like, okay, we're going to fix you. So it's coming across that almost 2/3 of the ticket purchases are 49er fans, whether they live in LA or not. So they're like, the stadium is going to be full of red. So it's going to be interesting to check it out and see what that looks like.
Yeah, I thought that was weird when I heard that no tickets could be sold at Ticketmaster.com to anyone that didn't have a San Diego, oh, I'm sorry, wherever the Rams, Los Angeles zip code. I thought that was kind of weird.
Yeah, that wasn't very nice. So we're going to get to see how that's all going to work out. So football this week, and then the following week we go into the Pro Bowl, and then the week after that, the Super Bowl. Now, I always love the Super Bowl. A lot of it, especially if my team's not in it, I really don't care. I love the commercials, and I love the halftime. And the halftime this year, Mary J. Blige, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Eminem, and there's another Kendrick Lamar. I'm like,
all the good ones that we love. They brought back the oldies, the goodies and the oldies. Right? Yes. I love that.
Yes. So we're looking forward to it. We think it's going to be a great show.
Yes.
So we also want to give a shout out, a woohoo to Amy. Amy, what is her last name? Amy Snyder. She was on Jeopardy for over 40 consecutive wins. I think she's only number 2 under Ken Jennings. I mean, she was there for a while. She walked away with $1.3 million. And I mean, she's a local Northern California person. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Yes.
Yes. We're so excited for you. So before we wrap up, one more time, Rosetta, you want to say something quickly about our event?
Yes, our self-love and pampering event, Valentine's, is right around the corner. And why not treat yourself? Because we all want to love ourselves. Say, love yourself, because when you love yourself, you're able to love other people more openly. So come to our event if you're local in the Bay Area. It's a healing place. We'll put all the information below. Starts at 10 a.m. I think 10 to 2, correct? So it's 10 to 2, and healing place in South San Jose. And we are limiting it to 8 people only. You have to be vaccinated. So you've got to show your COVID card, have the mask. We're going to be social distance, but we're going to have a lot of fun. Before and after pictures will be taken, and you'll be pampered. That's what we want, to smother you with love and pampering. So join us, please. And thank you so much, everyone. We're Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea. We love it. Please hit the thumb icon if you love our video. And if you want more of it, please think of subscribing. Consider subscribing to our channel and hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of our videos. But again, did I say that already? We're Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea.
Yes.
And remember to
always
keep smiling. Have a fantastic day. Take care. Bye-bye now.